If you're a doctor and you own your own practice, you're paying too much in taxes, stick around. This video is for you. We're going to show you how to turn taxes into impact so you don't have to keep overpaying. Right. So let's go through it. We're going to go over the strategic giving partnership, which will show you how to save up to 50% per year on your taxes, stacked on top of any loopholes that you're currently using. And no, you do not have to change your CPA if you don't want to, right? So most people are boxed into loopholes. They are limited. There's not enough of them. And especially as you become more successful and you start making more money, we're talking seven figures, multiple seven, eight figures, then you run out of loopholes very quickly. The billionaires do not use loopholes because they are used at a lower level. Structures and strategies are used at a high level, and that's what we're going to go over. 93% of you, virtually all of you watching this, are going to be overpaying on your taxes. So stick around. We're going to get straight into it and show you exactly what to do to reduce your tax bill. Current situation, you're making good money. Like I said, this only applies to you if you've got a 7 or 8 figure business and you're making a lot of money. You're not keeping enough of it. So we're not talking about the top line. We're talking about the bottom line and the take home after that, right? The top line is just a vanity metric. It's all about what you keep rather than what you make on the top line. So again, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that's really important. And that's what we're going to track, and that's what we're going to show you how to save 50% on top of that. Imagine what the impact on the top line would have to be for you to make 50% more take home bottom line, right? That's a huge number. But there's complications. The biggest expenses for most successful business owners are taxes and then payroll. So we're going to show you how to reduce that tax. And again, this is not using any loopholes because there's not enough loopholes when you get up to this level. And issues with CPAs, right? Like I said a second ago, you don't have to change CPAs, but generally speaking, most CPAs are not working for you. They're working for the government, right? So they are paid to file tax returns. They are not paid or incentivized to save you money on taxes. So it's like having a sales team. If you incentivize them on an activity, they're going to do more of that activity because that's how they get paid. So the activity that the CPAs are getting paid on is tax filing. So their incentive is aligned with the government to make sure that you file and you pay your taxes, not to save you more on taxes. So I want to be very clear and hope you get that difference, right? How do you solve it? That's where you get into the strategic giving partnership, right? We're going to show you it right now, and it will save you 50% per year on your taxes, all completely legal, above board, and then you can invest and grow that money, making your legacy, creating philanthropy along the way. It's a win-win for everyone. It's value add all the way, right? So if you keep more of every dollar that you make in your practice, and then you can then spread that dollar and make it even more impact. So let's go through an example. $5 million practice in revenue, profits at 2.5 million. What expected results can you get? So you can expect to save in the region of $500,000 annually on taxes and making an additional 1.2 million in wealth created. So you can extrapolate that out to your own business, but generally speaking, this is a huge saving for the right type of person at the right level. So let's figure out how to do that. So the smartest lever for physicians isn't another loophole. We've already went over that. You probably maxed them out, or you're not using them efficiently, or there isn't enough of them because you're making too much money. You can use the strategic giving partnership to claim a personal tax deduction of up to 50% on that AGI, which is your net profit. And then you can reinvest it and fully control that on the other hand, right? So again, this is the difference between ownership and control. Policies are always changing. The tax exemptions recently changed for the gift taxing, and we've got to be careful of that because with each new administration, the loopholes are going to change. So you got to keep on top of what is going on. The strategic giving partnership often gets compared to a couple of different things: donor advised funds and private foundations. The difference is that with a donor advised fund, you have to give up full control. And with a private foundation, you can't take money back out personally unless you take it as a payroll expense. So The SGP, Strategic Giving Partnership, gives you a lot more flexibility and control compared to donor advised funds, private foundations, CRTs, and a lot of the other structures out there because it's focused on the control. It's not focused on ownership. Ownership is what taxation follows. Control is what the elites do to make sure they control all their assets. So we really get you familiar with this phrase or this concept, ownership versus control. You can let go of ownership, but you must remain in control. And again, structures over loopholes. With a structure, you can save an additional 50% on your taxes annually on top of any loopholes that you're using, helping you create that lasting legacy for you and your family and your kids. And again, you can get the kids and the family involved from an early stage so that you can then put your imprint into them and have them follow in your footsteps and not squander all of the hard-earned fortune that you've created for them. Next steps, really simple. Book a free call with our team. We'll show you exactly how much money you've been overpaying and, more importantly, how to stop overpaying on those taxes. A little bit about me. I'm Casey Chauhan, founder of Together CFO. We've helped over 1,200 business owners just like you save over 250 million in taxes. Crazy high number. It stacks up really quickly. And I've been featured. I'm a writer for Forbes magazine. I'm a government contractor. I've been on all of the news publications, members of EO, YPO, and spoken at very big stages along the way. So again, you're not alone. We're here to help you build that custom tax strategy for you, 100% legal and fully compliant. And again, we'll give you that ongoing advisory as a full white glove service. So you don't have to spend time away from the practice. You can focus on patient care and growing that. We'll focus on saving you the money. So here is a code. You can scan that. You can set up a time straight away, or you can give us a call at 424 600 8407, or you can drop us an email, support@togethercfo.com. Hope that's helped. We want to ultimately add value and save you money. Wish you all the best. Take care.